Victor 958.
958.
We're going to treat this as two separate incidents. The gentleman that went into the car is going to be one. Can you assign another police officer for the motor vehicle accident?
Okay, got it. All right, 457, can you take the MVA with you for the accident? I got you another unit. Somebody gave it a 180 Westview for domestic from the apartment D Delta. Open line, male and female arguing. 411, you can show me Charlie Robert, I'll head in with him.
So he's looking up on one. Once the ambulance leaves, we're going to move the wagon. We'll open up a little bit of the let traffic go by, and then we're going to wait for the tow. Once that comes, we'll shut it down again. You can open up, let the traffic through.
What's your back?
You got it.
You know who y'all gotta blame for the accident? Those two cops that left in the paddy wagon because they wasn't directing traffic. And I was watching it from right up there. Those two fucking cops didn't do their fucking job. They supposed to direct traffic and move traffic out the road. They left the fucking car standing in the motherfucking middle of the fucking road the whole time and didn't worry about nobody fucking else. So fuck y'all. Y'all niggas don't do y'all jobs right. Y'all fucking bunch of dickheads.
Why don't you become a cop then and do it?
Cause y'all motherfuckers don't do shit right, motherfuckers.
Okay. You're the man.
The camera is fucking right there. The camera is fucking right there. It will let you know that that motherfucker didn't do his fucking job. He was supposed to direct traffic and clear the fucking road before anything.
Just go into the station for a complaint.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I should put one on your ass.
Okay.
You probably have.
Last name again.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, I got you.
They just don't fucking
You ever clean up the needles and stuff? I got you.
That's what the fuck it is.
Hey, you gotta keep the city clean. I don't know. Did you see what happened?
I'm paying attention and passing to the cop. I watched the whole fucking thing. I watched the whole fucking thing out my window.
Chasing a guy,
And then the cop,
chasing a guy
and
in the
then the two
scooter.
cops get out.
So somebody was chasing a guy in the scooter?
Chasing the car, chasing the cop.
And all the
Oh.
This car
cars built up.
wasn't really
And
paying
that
attention.
car
They're looking at the
that
chase
car
and ended
Oh.
up hitting this car.
I got you.
Cause the cops is too worried about nothing.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
And I don't blame all cops, but I blame those two motherfuckers in the paddy wagon. Motherfuckers.
For an A and B at Star Market.
It's all good, man.
That was inside stealing, started assaulting people before
They
he
just
took off.
don't like
Black
to hear
man
the
50,
truth
black
in
shirt,
their
black
fucking
pants.
face.
Take care, man. Don't work too hard.
They got a camera right there, so they don't like the truth in their fucking face.
At the end of the day, people are responsible for their own vehicle. You're responsible to control your own vehicle. No one else is responsible for you but yourself. I mean, that's the driving rules. No one else can be responsible for your vehicle but yourself.
Adam Robert, can the caller let us in?
What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. That would have been my fucking car. That I drive like that, I would have
I believe you only have access to them until 10 p.m.
I would have ate all those bitches. I would have ate all these bitches in court.
You won't win that in court, trust me. You may win that in their job is not to direct traffic though.
Everybody in the middle of the road, y'all know it. It was like a maze. There was a car there, a car there, everybody was running around them like that. They was all running around them like a maze, nigga, like this. And the cops were right there. And the cops were there. And none of them moved the cars. None of them said, yo, can y'all move those cars? No, but they let the lady that caused the accident leave.
Puede traducirme con ella, por favor.
Yo, they let the chick that caused the accident leave. She drove off. After they crashed, blah, 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 blah. She said, oh shit, they both jumped in their car and drove off. And a blue Nissan Altima. Alright? And then it's just like that one right there. You. Alright? And they were both dressed in nurses' suits. Alright?
You're gonna need an ambulance right in front of Walgreens on Norfolk Street. Be a pedestrian struck. Pretty good leg injury there. 50958. Be non-life threatening. Fuck.
No, no, yo estoy bien.
They also cleared that do we have any baby showers and tools
So allegedly,
Yo, he came flying with the scooter on his phone. Boom, plastic to the fucking car.
so like for them gathering, they're saying the guy on the scooter was running from the police allegedly, and he hit the back of this car here. So when the wagon pulled over to
Invicta 958, there was an officer down here that witnessed the old accident. Can they just come back so we can explain to the officer that got stuck with the report?
like I said, allegedly, I don't know the whole story. I'll try to get the story from them in a second. They're saying that he hit this back of this, fell down, he was apprehended, put in the back of the ambulance, and the car over here was allegedly like looking at what was going on, wasn't paying attention, and ran to the back of the other wagon. So that's what it sounds like. So let me.
That's not what happened. Everybody started slowing down because they're taking that car.
So they slowed down. Everybody slowed down to look see what's going on. In the process, that car ran to the back of this guy.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. So he's responsible for hitting the back of that car, though.
Yeah, he
So,
should have been paying attention.
yeah, he can't hit the back of a car and not pay attention.
Yeah. Everybody was being nosy. That's
Right.
basically
Just
what it
because
was.
you're being nosy don't mean you have to stop in the middle of the street. I understand people want to watch, but he's got.
Obviously, he hit him right now.
So that's how the driving rule works. If you stop but the other driver can be held at fault too, though. So if you stop your car, that's called brake checking. Brake checking is illegal. So if you hit your car just for no reason at all in the middle of the street, and there's a car behind you that's in the flow of traffic, at some point they could find you at fault if there was no other car that you could justify that was in front of you that caused the accident. So I mean, it's kind of a gray line there. If they could if this car can prove that car that he hit stopped the brakes and there was nothing else in front of him, then he can hold the other guy at fault. He might take a tough time trying to win it in court, but he could probably win it. He could say, well, he hit the brakes sharply for no reason, causing the accident. And I think it's under the brake checking law. And brake checking is illegal. No one knows about it, but it's definitely illegal in Massachusetts, for sure. Watch your back, my man. So, allegedly, I would say allegedly there was a scooter trying to run from the police. Somehow he ran to the back of that. I guess his head must have hit that window there. Fell down, the police picked him up, called the ambulance. The ambulance took him away. While that was going on, this guy ran into the back of that SUV that took away. Allegedly, because we don't know the whole facts behind it, but that's what multiple people were saying.
Hold on, I'm gonna see the owner there.
Just let her know there's going to be a police report.
Yeah.
And I guess what happens to the guys on the street.
Interesting, though. Like I said, I'm not too sure what happened, but this guy's driving no doors. I don't know if well, can you do that in Massachusetts, drive with no doors in your car? No, actually, no, you can't. I don't think you could.
Hey, officer, I didn't mean to be an asshole, but I'm just saying, the two officers that were there, they were supposed to protect traffic. No, I understand that, but there were two officers. There were two officers.
You can always be a cop.
No, I can't. I'm too old already. I'm already
You got people to take.
They don't want to be a cop, but they want to tell you how to do your job. Give him an application, Richie. Hey, Richie, give him an application. Oh, man. See, I can't say it's the police officer's fault because unless the police officer told them to keep going and ran into the car, they can't say it's the police officer's fault. The only way it could be the police officer's fault if he said, hey, keep going, and he's telling the cars to keep going. But at the end of the day, you're responsible for your vehicle. So if somebody tell you to keep going and you keep doing it in the bridges, though, you're responsible for doing that. You know, you have to have control of your vehicle at all times. That's what the registered motor vehicles, they emphasize that so many times. You're not going to win that one, my man. He's a Capricorn. I don't know. So I heard on the radio. So when the wagon was on the side, they on-sided this accident that took place after the scooter incident took place, and they just said the accident took place in front of them. I'm assuming there was no blocking traffic, so I'm assuming whatever was in front of this car somehow, I don't know, they were traveling too close to each other. He stopped, the other guy didn't see that he stopped. I don't know, but either way, every time you hit the back of somebody else's car, or car, how they say it in Boston, you're at fault. And they tell you should be traveling a safe distance where you can stop. And you're supposed to be focused. You shouldn't be distracted driving. So by you looking to the left or the right, whether you know that is distracted driving because you're not focusing on the road. So that's how that plays. Distracted driving is distracted driving. Doesn't mean just cell phone. It means not paying attention to the road. That means you can be turning the dial on your phone. You could be adjusting the tuner on the radio. anything like that. I'm assuming that tire came off the back of the SUV, and he didn't realize it. Well, he realized it when he needs it. What's going on, buddy? All right. Yeah, if I'm driving down the road and somebody stops in front of me and I run into the back of them, I think that's my fault because I should have been able to put the brakes on. I should anticipate that they're going to stop. And I see a lot of that. Oh my goodness. Boston drivers are known for, at the very last minute, putting a direction on and making a sharp right turn or something like that.
Bravo 101.
We're hanging around for the tow. All the tow truck drivers like watching the tow.
Reggie Lewis, staff calling stating there's a female refusing to leave. She's stating that someone stole her dog.
Hey, what's happening?
Harry 447.
Like I said, I can't. I mean,
6 to 958. You're gonna have to go all out. Just let Mob know that there's definitely all stuff in the debris in the road. It's right by 246, 248 Warren Street on the left-hand side.
well, that car stopped him right. He stopped like right there. Like he's literally like stopped like right there.
One male courtesy ride to this location, 91 Calvin Street, starting mileage 101618.
Don't know why, but he stopped like, or she stopped right there, just to see what's going on.
In 958.
Curiosity, yeah, a lot of curiosity looking. I don't know.
Got it. Harry 202.
We're gonna hang around for the tow scene.
202.
Check the Gulf Station 888.app for removal of that vehicle parked at the
I guess that SUV, I think it was a Ford or something like that, but I believe that's the spare tire that's left on the ground there from there. Maybe he hit it so hard it knocked the spare tire off, but I don't think that spare tire came off that car. Or whatever you pronounce it. But the toughest thing is
104 Adam Barbara, we're off of 1.
the person that was driving this vehicle right here has to explain to the insurance company what happened. There's another car way down there with no headlights on. He's turning to the left over there by Waverly.
I got it.
He's literally got no headlights on at all.
Down Southampton to check the area at Massive Cask got a male party with wheelchairs. White male in his 40s, probably possible.
All you can do is take a report. If you get any eyewitness statements, you can probably put down. Actually, well, the insurance company does use eyewitness statements if it's helpful to the either driver. As long as the statements are consistent, they're probably doing an investigation, look into it. But if the statements are conflicting, they usually kind of judge it based on what the evidence they see, because the evidence it speaks more than the statement. So it looked like that car might have tried to dodge the SUV at the last minute, because it looked like he was trying to turn out of the lane, but it was it wasn't quick enough.
36, you're calling?
I said, what? Hopefully the tow truck shows up in the next, we'll say 5, maybe 10 minutes. And then we'll be able to get the tow soon. If not, we'll try to hang around for it and see what we get. Guys, so if you're driving and you see some activity taking place in front of you, you got to kind of use your peripheral vision to see both things at the same time. You can look to the left or the right, but always focus on what's in front of you. Because a moving car shouldn't be moving unless it's being directed in the correct direction. That's almost like driving with your eyes closed, and you don't want to do that. How many of you guys out there actually try to drive with your eyes closed? That's not safe, is it? So if you're not looking, you're not looking. Whether your eyes are open or closed, if you're not looking, you're definitely not looking.
Someone was banging on her door. No description. So we have someone banging.
I don't recommend trying to drive with your eyes closed either, so. That's why they call them crashes, because a crash can be avoided. A crash could definitely be avoided. And I don't know if that guy had a helmet on. I wonder if he had a helmet on when he hit that windshield. I'm hoping he did have a helmet on. That'd be messed up if he didn't have one on. It'd be hurting pretty good.
What do you want? 25, sorry ma'am. Transporting one female to D4, starting mileage 12026. The Charlie 411 will be falling behind.
2257.
Go over the radio. What? Go over the radio, see which one was simultaneously on two addresses. What are you saying? Go over the radio because it won't work.
Bravo 415. Can we get an I number for the first accident on 248 Warren?
I number for the first MVA 252-050-229.
Thank you.
Did you get that? Yeah, 252-050.
Harry, 102, while you're in the area, getting reported fireworks in the area of 98 Trigger Street.
Yeah, I don't even know if the police were chasing after that scooter or not. That's a good question. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. I didn't hear them saying on the radio about they were in pursuit of a. And those things are scooters. They're not like mopeds. They're like that thing that we saw was like a motorized scooter. You know, and they do go pretty fast, but they don't go all that fast compared to a car.
All motorcycles use caution in the area of 246 Warren, fluid and debris on the deck. Again, motorcycles use caution in the area of 246 Warren, fluid and debris on the deck. 2301.
Like one of the BPD wagons or cruisers. I guess you could call it a cruiser. It's a four-wheeler, but I guess you could call it a cruiser, right?
Fox 102. 24 Middle Street with a lot party.
That's why it pays attention to pay attention. To pay attention. If that makes any sense. You gotta pay attention, basically. Like the tow truck's coming down here now.
Victor 958. I'm gonna go Charles Robert. Service unit's gonna.
Look like it's gonna be a Kiki based off the lights. I think the Kikis don't even got lights like that.
Bravo 415. I'll be.
But then again, I could be wrong. Kiki to the rescue. He'll figure it out. He got it. Every tow he does is an easy tow. That's actually still I guess you could call it an easy tow. When all four tires are intact, they call that an easy tow. I think when they call it a hard tow is when Well, I guess it depends on the vehicle's position too. If the vehicle's upside down, that it might be considered a hard tool because you got to flip it over. But I believe back in the day, Mark, correct me if I'm wrong. As long as you got all 4 tires on the vehicle, that's considered easy tow. I could be wrong on that, but did they change that standard? I look at the comments later on that Mark puts in there. But I think, I could be wrong, because as long as you get all 4 tires and they're all intact, that would be considered easy tow. You know, if they had all 4 flats, then that would be considered a hard tow. But what he'd do with this, he'd get the wheel lift, lift up the 2 front tires, because most of these cars are all front wheel drive, and then he's good to go. He won't even need the dollies. The only time he would need the dollies if this was a all-wheel drive vehicle. Then he'd need those dollies to put on the rear tires. And the weird thing is the airbags did not deploy, so I don't know if it wasn't a high enough hit or if the airbags were disabled. But none of the airbags were deployed, which is, I find kind of odd. There's a high enough hit that the airbags should have deployed. Once you get all that cleared away from the front of the car, then you can get the wheel lift under there and he's good to go.
The caller doesn't want to come out and speak with anyone. She just wanted us to be aware and see if anything was going on around her.
We have negative. And you can change that to a TVIP and we'll be on the report.
Watch your back. Watch your head. Never walk in back of a tow truck, man. Safety first. I heard of some serious accidents that happen when people walk between trash trucks and tow trucks and tractor trailers on loading docks. People have lost their lives doing that kind of stuff. Wow. Yeah, I tell people don't do that. Like, if you see a truck, sometimes the truck can't see you, but you can see the truck. Never, ever, 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 if you really care about your safety, walk in between a truck. You're no match to a truck. This is gonna be a really slick spot. I wouldn't doubt if they have another accident the way these people drive down here. A lot of debris in the roadway too, but the way these cars are speeding. These cars, look at it, they're speeding. They're doing more than 20 miles an hour, that's for sure. Actually, there's a speed, there's a, what do you call one of those speed boards right there. So, what's up? There's a speed board. It tells you, I think it says the speed that the cars are going right up there, but no one pays attention to that.
Make contact with the owner to know that the car alarm.
Alright guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. Catch you guys on the next one. He's probably gonna deal with the people that got their car hit by the scooter driver. Alright guys, catch you on the next one.